Hello, I'm still asleep. Somebody help me. I'm tired and I'm dehydrated and I ate too much KFC and I don't know where I am and I don't know what my name is. And I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. It's hard in my brain. It's hard to be alive. I fell asleep and then I woke up at 7:30 and I was like, oh, cool, it's 7:30. I didn't miss the stream. And then the next thing I remember, I was in a truck and I was trying to tell my friend that Footscray was next to Warimu. And I was like, huh? What? That doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, fuck, I'm having a dream. And then I was like, oh shit. And then I woke up and I was like, oh, okay. What? Anyway, that was my brain. That was my brain today. I don't know what's going on. I am asleep. The world doesn't make any sense. I'm still asleep, kind of. Yeah. Yeah, did everybody enjoy the football? That was a blood. That second half was a fucking bloodbath. Disgusting. We hate Queensland every time. They're disgusting. They're stinky boys. They need to stay on their side of the border and lick cane toads and do whatever else because I've had enough, quite frankly. Had enough of their behavior. Stop winning stuff. It's disgusting. How do they always win? Even when they're not the best team, they always win. Like, New South Wales is a way fucking better team. They're the VRoids by a million gillion times, and yet they still somehow get to win. No, I'm not over it. I will never be over it, okay? I think about it all the time. and I'm a very petty person, and I will get my revenge. I will get my revenge on someone. Someone's getting me in trouble. I don't know who yet, but someone is gonna get in trouble from me. Okay, I don't know. Let's do the spelling bee. Still weird, NRL isn't a thing here. AFL isn't a thing in New South Wales. It's not that weird, it's just cultural. People don't want to watch a new thing that they don't know. And we were brought up to call AFL GayFL, and we thought it was like very, very effeminate, a very girly game for girls, and we don't respect it. I watched it because I moved to Victoria and Western Sydney had a team. So those two things like perfectly came together. And just because I'm like a very, very proud Western Sydney person, I was like, here, this is funny. I'm gonna do that because it's fun to me. And yeah, that's what happened. That is what happened. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to wake up. I'm trying to hydrate. I think I'm very dehydrated. I don't know. My brain is full of sodium from KFC. I'm not slapping my face. People are only allowed to do that to me in the bedroom if it's a fun thing. You know, I don't slap my own face. That's we're not into that. We're not into that around here. My ear. Why is my ear itchy? I think I'm allergic. Oh, that's what I was supposed to do today. I was supposed to go to the chemist to get antihistamines, and I was supposed to get a bunch of stuff. And I didn't go. I stayed. Oh, they had free delivery at KFC. This is where my demise started. They had free delivery with KFC. And I was like, ooh, because usually I like think about getting KFC and then it costs $9 to get delivered. And I'm such a cheap ass. I'm like, I'm not paying $9 for delivery, as if I would do that. What a waste of my money. And then because it was grand final day, they had free delivery. And I was like, ooh, I could get a Zigger box. That would be delicious. That would be a delicious meal for me. And then I started eating it. Because usually I can eat a lot. Like, people are always shocked for how much I can eat, even though I'm really small. And usually I don't have a problem, but I couldn't get through it. I was like, why can I not eat today? But that's okay, because I've got like 10 Wicked Wings in the fridge and like half a Zinger Stacker. And I can eat it tomorrow. That will be good. But yeah. NRL is great. We do like some boys tackling each other, and we do like to see some boys tackling each other, and sometimes they fight. Will they make out? Will they punch each other? No one knows, and it's so sexy. And I do like that. I do like that a lot. It is fun for me. All right, let's do the spelling bee. I guess. Yes. Maybe. All right, let's go. Oh, that's not the spelling bee. What am I doing? Sorry, guys. I didn't actually set up the stream. I actually spent time setting up the stream, believe it or not. Believe it or not, this isn't all just me just winging it. Although it kind of is, because I don't know. Anyway, you always make rice for KFC. It goes so much further and way fewer calories. Yeah, rice, a cup of cooked rice is 200 calories though. It's not. Deep fried potatoes, honestly, not that much more. Sorry, I know the calories to everything. That's really bad. I'm an avid calorie counter. That's why I'm skinny. Okay. It's the spelling bee. We gotta make words. They've got to be at least 4 letters long. They have to include the letter L and the letter, and we can use the letter I, N, Y, C, E, and M. Hello, Oiskanon. If you don't eat lower calorie dense food, you balloon. Yeah, I have the opposite issue. I try and eat like one like small, very calorie dense meal, because lately I just haven't been able to eat. Like, I look at food and I'm like, ugh. And I'm just gonna like waste away because I just physically don't want to eat. So I don't know what's wrong with me. Although a lot of people with lupus are underweight because you can just get like very disinterested in food. And I think that's where I am. So, is mincy a word? Oh, it doesn't have an L in it. That's okay. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Leniency? Oh, do Americans spell it like that? I have a feeling they would spell it weird. Oh, it was worth 8. Clemency? Is clemency a word? Well, it is, but how do you spell it? Oh, I'm so smart. Look at me. I worked out how to spell it with my dyslexic brain. Yay, we're sounding out words like 4-year-olds because we are very smart. I do better when I'm drunk and tight. I'm not. Excuse me, how many alcohols have I had to drink today? Thank you. How many alcohols have I had? Yeah, that's right. Whoa, 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 whoa. Mm-mm. Help me, I'm dumb. Millie, that's not a thing. Thank you for following Sneaky Silk. Names don't work, they don't. What about Limey? Isn't that a slur for a British person? It didn't let us anyway. It didn't let us do it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Good afternoon. It is 9:30 p.m. in the evening, sir, in the nighttime, in the dark hours, in the hours of night. Are you, so you're in the UK? I have no idea what time it is there. I have no idea. I've been to the UK twice, and it did not agree with me, and someone told me I was the most Australian person they've ever met, and I don't think they meant it as a compliment. And I said, thank you so much. Because, oh, you're Welsh? Ooh, you're Welsh. I'm from New South Wales. Does that count? I'm New South Welsh. Lineman. Ooh, we can try that. I finally got to tell someone I'm New South Welsh from Wales, guys. Are you proud of me? You're from Old or South Wales? No, you're from North Wales. As in the Northern Hemisphere, obviously. I don't know if you're from the north of Wales. But we're very, very south. We're very, very south, South Wales. Old North Wales. Old South North Wales. There you go. Ooh, gonna play Connections. I am so sleepy. I don't want to talk about the AFL Grand Final. Honestly, I don't. If GWS were playing, if GWS were playing and they lost, I wouldn't be streaming because I would still be angry and I would still be like, put it this way, when Parramatta lost the 2022 Grand Final against Penrith, a lot of my friends are from Penrith, so they're Penrith supporters, and they were messaging me. And I was going to tell my best friends in the world to go fuck themselves and not to talk to me again. I was like, okay, I gotta stay away from my phone. I gotta stay away from everything. I've got to calm down. I was very, very angry after the decider this year, the State of Origin same thing. Had to go calm down. Had to go walk into the park across the road from me and just like scream into the crowd. I was like, I've got I'm gonna hurt somebody because I'm so mad. But yeah, it doesn't really affect me unless it's like, you know, it hurts when it's your home team, you know, it hurts when it's like Parramatta. Usually if Penrith win, I'm like happy because at least a Western Sydney team won. I'll usually be happy, but obviously if Penrith play Parramatta, you know, I have my side. I'm a Granville girl at the end of the day. As much as I love my Penrith chicks, I'm sorry, we are not the same. I hope none of them are watching. We are not the same. I am a little ethnic cutie and you are. Yeah. Anyway, we're not going to get into that. It's you network with a lot of VTubers. You've been moderating streams for 7 years. New Zealand. Well, I make a lot of Kiwi with sheep jokes. I make a lot of sheep shagging jokes. I have made many. I might have a clue what NRL team is most Collingwood coded. Oh, who's got the baddest rep? Oh, well, I mean, it depends. It depends. Like, obviously, Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs, they obviously have the most stabby reputation because their fans are known to stab people. I don't know if that's necessarily Collingwood coded. It's just more Bankstown coded than anything. But, you know, shout out to Bankstown. I love Bankstown. I love all my Bankstown people. I don't know, honestly. Like, if you ask the eastern suburbs of Sydney, they'll just say all the footy teams are the same. Is there a rich person footy team? I don't know. Like, the North Sydney Bears, that's like North Sydney's a ritzy area. That's moving to Perth. So I guess, like, that'll be a rich person's team. I don't know, but... Oh, here's JM with juniper berries with so many words. Hang on, I got sidetracked. Do I know why the Welsh catch so many sheep jokes? I assume it's the same reason the Kiwis get so many sheep jokes, right? There's not enough chicks and too many sheep. So we just say that you fuck them? I don't know. Ugh. Yeah, so I am not drunk, despite how it might seem. I am just incredibly dehydrated and woke up from a food coma. So that's what's happening. That is what's happening. But where's my little juniper berry and his words? We got wig. You can't have 3-letter words. How many times do I have to tell you, Jay? I just said 3 with a F. I slipped back into my little childhood Granville accent where I couldn't differentiate between th and f. And I used to get yelled at by my parents all the time. It's like, well, that's what you get for bringing me up in the ghetto, Mum and Dad. I appreciate it. Oh, we are. I forgot what game we were playing. Shut up, I'm tired. I thought we were still playing the I'm not drunk. I have had 0 alcohol today, guys. I don't have any alcohol in the house. I freaking swear. All right. Wing, fin, and flipper. Oh, that makes sense. I'm not drunk, I'm just small. No, leave me alone. I ate too much food and I fell asleep. And then I had a fever dream and realized I was dreaming because my dream made no sense. And I was like, that doesn't make any sense. And then I was like, oh, and then I woke up. And then I was like, oh, it's late. I am kind of like a toddler that doesn't have a nap though, so maybe it is like being drunk. Because there was a Bluey episode where like the muffin, the cousin of like Bluey and Bingo, her parents were trying to transition her out of naps and she was running around like she was drunk. And that's one of my favorite Bluey episodes because I relate to that. You're drunk enough for the both of us? Cool. I love you when you're drunk. I love you when you're drunk. You're so much fun. Back in metal history, when the English controlled the bulk of the UK, they were like, if you steal a sheep, we'll hang you. So Welsh people started inventing reasons for why Why you were alone with other people's sheep. It's like I didn't steal it. I was just having a romantic night in. Is that the gist? I just got myself a fluffy girlfriend, a woolly girlfriend, if you will. They also did fuck the sheep for sure. Well, I mean, can a sheep consent? I don't know. If they can, then I say no. I don't know. Let's not have this conversation. Let's not have this conversation. Do you eat lamb? Do you eat lamb in Wales? Fuck, I love lamb. I haven't had lamb in so long. I used to make lamb roasts all the time, and now I just don't. Because my housemate isn't a big meat eater, and so like if I make like a thing of meat, I'm just gonna be eating meat for like a billion years. Warm, kind, tender, and sweet. Oh, thank you, I am. Oh, you mean for the game. Okay, I got you. I got you. Warm, kind, tender, and sweet. Stovetop, kettle, microwave, and popper. Maybe it's a popcorn popper. Pop. And try it. Popcorn making methods! Guys, I did it! I'm so smart. You haven't eaten lamb yet? Only goat meat? Goat is definitely way more exotic than lamb. Like, I only have goat if I, like, get Indian or, like, something like that. Like, some Nepalese or something where, like, goat is a legitimate ingredient. That's the word I was looking for. Goat is insanely good, but it's like not common. You don't just go to Coles and get some fucking goat. But yeah, I do like goat. You feel like a caveman eating off the bone. You are a caveman. You are a caveman. What are you talking about? Ugh. Look, we did a perfect one. We had a perfect time. You think I would get on with Lucy, one of the Aussie bunny ladies you yap with? Any issues if you forward my details? Oh, you can forward my details. We'll see though. Like I don't have the greatest health, so I'm always like I'm not always super reliable. I'm not like always gonna be, you know, able to follow through with commitments. That's the only thing. That's why I kind of like stick to myself in life and online, because like if I end up like having to stay in bed or something, it's not really something I can help. But yeah, you can do that. Because I hate being like a flaky person, but you mostly yap with the bunny, fox, kitty ladies. I'm a moon princess. I'm a princess from the moon. Sickly Victorian child. Dude, I am a sickly Victorian child. I have the most pale skin. I do look like I could be just walking around in a white nightgown. Well, I actually don't take that great a care of myself. I mean, besides eating and like going to the gym. It's more just when my immune system decides it's trying to hurt me, it just hurts me, and it's not really something I can push through at that stage. It's something that I just have to go, okay, I can't physically move. I have to stay in bed. And then I still won't go to the hospital because I'm scared of mean nurses. And then by the time I do go to the hospital, it's like, why didn't you come in earlier? And it's like, I don't know. Maybe if you weren't evil in here, I would have. Did you think about that? I don't want to get bullied. So scared. Arrogance in slang. 1 across. Don't go to Northern Hospital. Oh, that one's not near me. I always go to Royal Melbourne, typically. Or sometimes I go to the one in Footscray, the Western one. But yeah, I'm very like close to the CBD, so I would have 0 reason ever to go to that hospital, Delta. But I don't even know how to read. I don't even know how to read these. I'm guessing this is some type of composer. I don't know, read that yourself. It's in D major. 6 across the night of Actor Jizz. 1899 fighters. 7 across. Tennis match parts. I think those are sets. Are they sets? Because I'm Slavic, my grandparents tried to see if I was good at tennis when I was a kid, so they could make. We all got tested to see if we were good at tennis, and what do you think happened? Do you think that the girl with no hand and eye coordination was good at tennis? Was I a disappointment? Was I going to make the family? Was I going to make the family a lot of money? The answer is no. I like to think of myself as more of like a Ravenhead and a Kornikova. I think I would have had that kind of rep, to be honest. Down, Western Resort Lake. 2, not fulfilled. Oh wait, is Western Resort Lake Tahoe? Isn't that in like Northern California? And California's on the West Coast? Is that a thing? I think so. Is that how you spell it? I don't know, I'm a hoe. I'm a hoe. I already said Tahoe, Delta. Stop coming in and trying to steal my thunder. Not fulfilled. Me sexually in every relationship. Sorry. Was that too soon? Was that too soon? Probably. Sorry to any one of my ex-boyfriends watching that. I didn't mean it. It's just a joke. 3 down, busy bodies. Some gridiron players. Uber competitors. Taxis? I've never ordered an Uber before. I have been in one when I've like been with somebody that has used one, but I don't trust it. I don't trust Uber drivers. I think they're gonna kidnap me. I think I'm gonna end up on the news, chopped up into small pieces, found in separate garbage bags, strewn across Victoria. Like, no. I don't trust it. I find it very scary. I find it very, very, very sketchy. Five across is canon. Why is everyone yelling at me? You find your best mates driving scary, hence why you always ask for a lift. Look, I am a terrifying driver. I am a very, very, very bad driver. And now that I have anxiety, I can't drive anymore. So I think about getting in my car and I start getting scared, and then I start like hyperventilating, and then I'm like, all right, it's gonna take me 5 minutes to get into the city on the train. I'm gonna go on the train, and then I do that because yeah, it's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. My little heart cannot take it. Hello, Farin. I don't know if I would say I'm good. I definitely had too much tryptophan and fucking fell asleep. Maybe I had the Christmas dinner effect, but instead it was KFC chicken. Oh, Nori stole a piece of my hot and crispy today. The little fuck. The little turd. She just went for it. She just got her little teefies and sunk it in and off she went. Off she ran. If I can't drive a car, why don't I get a motorcycle? Dude, my anxiety would be way worse on a motorcycle. I can drive, like, I can drive, and I used to be a really good driver. And then I moved to Melbourne, and I don't know, I just started to get really nervous, and now I'm just, like, too, like, neurotic, and I can't. Yeah, I can't do stuff. Can't do stuff. And it, I don't know, I'm starting to get very bad at life and, like, regress into, like, being just a helpless little girl. I should get my shit together. But, Melbourne drivers are insane. Yeah, I know, I can't deal with it. I actually can't deal with it. It makes me want to cry. And then I, like, sometimes I just pull over and cry, and I'm like, leave me alone. I'm just trying to drive the speed limit and be a good guy. Why are you trying to kill me? But yeah, no, can't deal with that. Cannot deal with that. 5 down is cabs. Ooh, another word for taxi. This is sets. I think I said that before, but then I got sidetracked telling everybody how bad I am at tennis. Yay. No skills for me. Is 7 across Boers? When was the Boer War? Was that 1899? I don't know. I actually don't know. That's why I'm asking. The Night of Riz. Ooh. Jizz. It would be better if it was a night of jizz. Where is Defect when you need him? I don't know. He's probably getting carjacked in Johannesburg. No, he doesn't live in Johannesburg. Where does he live? Cape Town. It was actually the Second Boer War. Well, it still fits. Does it fit? Is that how you spell it? Do you spell it the way Delta spelt it or the way Hyperbove spelt it? Somebody help me, I'm dumb! Alright. That's all I wanted clarification on, okay? Sometimes you just gotta help a dyslexic bitch out, okay? We're not doing okay. We're sleepy and we're feisty. You need a new keyboard. The caps are filled with cat hair. Yeah, I had cat hair all over my keyboard this morning because a little certain baby decided to rub herself all over the keyboard. I think she's molting. I think she's getting her summer coat. So that's gonna be good. What I need is more cat hair everywhere. I gotta buy like another dust buster so I can... If I just go around the house and like sweep the floor, I can make a nori's worth of nori like every week out of her fur. 4 down is ends. Oh, okay. Your mate had a bar. It closed recently. Oh, is that the one that was in Fitzroy? Is that like a whiskey bar? Three busybodies. Yeah, you told me about a while back. Yeah, I think you did. Because otherwise... Because I don't know stuff. I hate going to hipster suburbs in Melbourne. Oh my fucking god. And where I live is like super gentrified. Like in 20 years, it's gonna be like Surrey Hills or like Darlinghurst or something in Sydney. It's gonna be really bad. But also the property prices will be very nice if I own a house here. So oh, we got a Ahmed. Thank you, Ahmed. We appreciate you. Okay. Arrogance in slang. Oh, maybe chewed? You got attitude? That sounds so 80s. Okay. 9 minutes and 54 seconds. That sounds something like something that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There we go. Got it out in the end. Congratulations. 9 minutes and 54 seconds. Ugh. Ugh. Help me, I'm dumb. And tired. Why did KFC hurt me? Why did my only friend turn around and stab me in the back? I've lost so much weight I've lost so much weight. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I've already got the smallest jeans that they make. I'm gonna have to go online and buy like kids jeans from Japan or something. And then my hips won't fit in them and then I'll cry. Yeah, I think I've lost like 3 kilos in the last week. I've only been eating like a few hundred calories a day, if that. Maybe add some liquid calories. Yeah, I do have a protein shake sitting on my desk. I really don't feel like I can drink it. I feel really bad. I'm wasting away. Ugh. Ugh. It's all right. I'll put on the weight. Like I'll put it back on as soon as I feel like eating again. I don't want your fat, Delta. I don't want your fat. And no, you can't do that. You can only transfer fat from yourself to yourself. You can only transfer fat from yourself to yourself. That's why I'm getting the fat taken out of my thighs and put in my boobies. So I can have bigger boobies without having to get chunks of foreign objects put in my boobs. Thank you. Thank you. That is my dream, because then when I'm like, oh, why are my thighs so big? I can go, ooh, my thighs are small and my boobs are big. There you go. There you go. That is the plan. Oh, we got a Kuma in the chat. We got a Kuma in the chat who goes around feeling fat grafted boobies all day long. My tummy hurts. You miss her, so I've heard part? Yeah, I thought that was just a plausible deniability. Like little caveat that you put in there. Big thighs save lives? Well. yeah, I did not have time to pull up anything, so it's just gonna be me deciding which YouTube videos to watch because we're all sex freaks. Speak for yourself. I'm a very good girl. I'm a very, very, very good girl in the bedroom. Thank you. Thank you. I always do what I'm told. Yeah, what are we watching? My algorithm is so cooked. It doesn't know. It doesn't know what's happening. I need to stop watching weird shit. Stop watching weird shit on the internet. But always remember, kids, clear your Google history every day. That's what I do. I make sure when I die, my family are not gonna know the weird stuff I've been looking at online. It's a nightmare that I have. Like my dad's crying at me dying, and then he's like, "Why was she watching?" I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna give an example, but yeah, it could be bad. I can set my browser to clean my cache daily. Yeah, but what if someone checks it before? What if I die in the morning and they find my body at lunch? That's, you know, that's what I worry about. People don't need to know that about me. Do I plan on doing any shoe on head reactions? Do I have to? Can I stick needles in my eye? Can I stick bamboo needles under my fingernail beds? Can I boil myself alive? Can I do Japanese rat torture and have a rat eat through my stomach while I'm alive? These are all things that would be preferable to be watching a shoe on head video, so. All right, we'll watch Clive Palmer one. I loved it when Clive Palmer sued Friendly Geordies for calling him Fatty McFuckface. What was it? Fatty McFuckface? And the legal letter that his legal team said mentioned the phrase Fatty McFuckface like 20 times. Amazing. We do like it. It's pretty great. All right, let's watch Clive Palmer. Thingamabob. I have to stop it and say stuff, otherwise it's not fair use. Just so you know. Just so you know. Why is my armpit sore? Is that my lymph node? Yeah, I think that's my lymph node. I don't think that's good. Ow. Should I go to the doctor? Probably.
Billionaire Clive Palmer.
Hang on, love. Give me a second. Shoe on head isn't that toxic. No, she used to say that like women over 30 had no value and this, that, and the other. And then she was unmarried and turned 30. And I was laughing so hard. I'm like, oh, you have no value. No, she's like, fuck her. Fuck her. I hate that fucking, oh, you're over 25, you hit the wall. Like, shut the fuck up. Good. Just, I can't handle people like that. Like, seriously, go fuck yourself. Yeah, what a misogynistic little. And just like her whole aesthetic, like the way that she does her like her makeup and stuff, we know what you're trying to do, okay? We know who you're trying to pander to, love. It's creepy. It's really creepy. Anyway, I'm not going to go on a rant about how much I want. Yeah. Look, apparently she's married to like some groper type dude now. And I don't know. I say like, congrats, that's what you get, I suppose. You've only seen some of her videos about the recent election. Oh, she's like a massive misogynist. A massive, like, you know, appealing to all those like right-wing bros, but calling herself left-wing, but like still hanging out with all those guys and like, I'm just an edgy little bald girl. Did you know that she's bald and she wears wigs because she has like some like disorder where she pulls out her own hair? Anyway, like, yeah. People that talk like that about other women are fucking disgusting. It's like, well, maybe you hit the wall at 25, love, and you've got to use like 50 filters on your fucking videos. But some of us are Kate Beckinsale through the aging process, okay? And yes, that is a term I came up with myself. And that's, you know, that's where we are in life. So suck it, you bald bitch. Anyway, Clive Palmer, I guess. Sorry, make me go on a fucking on a fucking tangent.
Billionaire Clive Palmer has been ordered to pay more than $13 million to cover federal government legal costs after an international tribunal dismissed his claim of being a foreign investor. Political reporter Romy Stevens joins us from Parliament House for more on this. Hi, Romy. So talk us through this case.
Ruby, this has been a long-running dispute that has lasted for more than a decade, but an international tribunal has now dismissed Clive Palmer's claim against Australia. Now, this dispute focused on legislation that was brought forward by the Western Australian government in 2020, which actually impeded Clive Palmer's ability to pursue $30 billion in damages from the Western Australian government. This all related to the government's initial refusal in 2012 to allow the development of the Balmoral South Iron Ore project in the Pilbara. Now, a High Court challenge
I just realized I wasn't listening. What's happening? Should I start it again? I'm like, oh, there's a video playing. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to be listening, but I'm not. Ugh. Delicious. Delicious. What am I doing? Yeah, I'm gonna start the video again. Sorry, Fatty McFuckface hypnotized me with his fattiness. You're in Labour, right? Yeah, I'm pretty much right faction of Labour too. As well. Being just the cute little moral Catholic girl that I am. Ooh woo. So innocent. So just, you know, just a little virgin princess waiting for someone to come along and put a ring on it. Thank you. If anyone is interested. If any rich hot people are interested in a stay-at-home lazy person. As long as I'm not a groper, do I seem like a fucking groper, mate? Am I a groper? Well, sometimes. Oh, you were replying to Delta? Sorry.
from the Western Australia.
So Stephen costs has been ordered. Billionaire Clive Palmer has been ordered to pay more than $13 million to cover federal government legal costs after an international tribunal dismissed his claim of being a foreign investor. Political reporter Romy Stevens joins us from Parliament House for more on this. Hi, Romy. So talk us through this case.
Ruby, this has been a long-running dispute that has lasted for more than a decade, but an international tribunal has now dismissed Clive Palmer's claim against Australia. Now, this dispute focused on...
Wait, is he trying to claim that he was an international investor? Mate, you literally ran for Parliament in Australia. You literally have your little Clive Palmer United Party everywhere. Oh, that's how we got Jackie Lambie. Remember when she ran his little party? And then they all left. They all used his money to get elected. That they all became independents. Trumpet of Patriots. Yeah, that was the latest. That was the latest incarnation. The first iteration was the Clive Palmer United Party. And then also, guys, but also, I am also a foreign investor. Yeah, I never got hammered with all the Trumpet of Patriot, like, text messages and stuff. I did get some ads on YouTube, but that's about it. Do I want to hear something shocking about Clive? Ooh, what is it? Is it juicy? Is it juicy? What is it? I want to know.
legislation that was brought forward by the Western Australian government in 2020, which actually impeded Clive Palmer's ability to pursue $30 billion in damages from the Western Australian government. This all related to the government's initial refusal in 2012 to allow the development of the Balmoral South Iron Ore project in the Pilbara. Now, a High Court challenge by Clive Palmer was unsuccessful. However, he still did have options available under international law, and so the case that was brought forward against the Commonwealth, it was brought forward by a Singaporean company, Zeph Investments, which is ultimately owned by Clive Palmer, and it argued that there had been breaches under the ASEAN, Australian, New Zealand Free Trade Agreement. Now, the Permanent Court of Arbitration, which is an intergovernmental organisation, has rejected the claim by Mr Palmer against Australia, saying that it had no jurisdiction over the dispute, and so he will now have to pay Australia's legal costs of 13.
Gotta pay costs. Yucky, yucky, yucky. Poo poo, wee wee. Sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. I need a nap. I've just been sleeping. I've been sleeping too much. I went from like getting no sleep to just like passing the fuck out and not waking up.
$18.6 million. Now, the federal government has defended this claim from the beginning, and we have heard from Federal Attorney General Michelle Rowland via a statement earlier today where she says that she welcomed the decision and that Mr Palmer is not a foreign investor and not entitled to any benefits under Australia's free trade and investment agreements. And she went on to say that Australia should never have had to spend 2 years and over $13 million to defend this claim. Now, Clive Palmer has, it's understood that Clive Palmer has several other international claims against Australia, which the government hopes he will now withdraw off the back of this decision. We have heard from Clive Palmer's office today in response to this, simply saying that he will review the judgment, and it is understood that he can also still seek to challenge the decision via the Federal Supreme Court of Switzerland.
Ooh, Switzerland. I don't know what that noise is. That's my I'm dying noise. My life force is leaving my body. You're simple, 1 billion would be enough. Yeah. You are truly a man that knows how to live within his means. Juniper berries, Jacqueline the Third, and that's why I love you. just a humble man that only needs, you know, that only needs a mansion on every continent and a super yacht. And we do appreciate that. Oh no, Snoop Dogg's surprise show. Should I watch a movie? I can't watch a movie on stream. I'm not fucking Casey Tron or Denims or whoever the fuck. I'll get in trouble. I don't have special protection because I definitely would not flirt with Dan Clancy. I would be like, get away from me, you disgusting, vile, creepy man. Because yeah, if gross people, like, no, I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those people that could sleep my way to the top. I would be like, you didn't mean on stream and after stream? Oh, yeah, I could do that. I could watch a movie after stream. But yeah, that guy's gross. That guy is so disgusting. I got a feeling he's not going to be CEO of Twitch for long anyway, seeing as though Seeing as though Congress wants to have a word with him over extremist rhetoric on Twitch. So that's fine. That's fine. We'll be doing what we can be doing. He was left to die. Melbourne mum who allegedly left kids to die in burning house. What a shit cunt.
Being negligent.
Oh, it's a Daily Mail. Has Daily Mail become like, well, I was going to say, has it become trashy? No, it's always been trashy. Now they're going around confronting people. Oh, this is the type of gonzo journalism that I enjoy. This is what I've signed up for. I miss the days of like Today Tonight and A Current Affair, like Sex Pest and Love Rat confronting. Excuse me, are you a love rat, sir? Did you cheat on these 5 women? I love it so much. It's so trashy. I'm here for the trash. I do love it. I do fucking love it. Conservative rage bait.
You guys able to, Mrs. Hackett, are you able to talk about the allegations? Why didn't you call police? Why didn't you call 000?
That couple allegedly left the house and their kids alone inside about 2 minutes before the fire alarms went off. The smoke detectors went off. They were on their way out. Police allege that Lee, upon hearing these screams, instead of calling 000, she called her mother. There's some conversation about Lee suggesting that she heard screaming on the CCTV in the minutes after she left.
What the actual fuck? What the actual fuck? I'm so glad I haven't come across like this lady in my professional career, because my god, do I have trouble not murdering some people? I'm like, okay, we're at work, we can't murder people. It is frowned upon in the social work profession to murder people, but some people do bring out a homicidal rage inside of me. Look what a fucking pathetic piece of shit. I just wanna okay, I'm gonna calm down.
Wayne Flower here reporting. As you can see, I'm on the banks of the Murray River, up on the border of Victoria and New South Wales. I'm in a little town called Echuca. Well, it's not so little, but across the river is the town of Moama, where a woman named Shania Lee is currently residing with her mother. Now, Lee was bailed the other day until January 15, where she is due back in court.
Juniper Berries likes a sexy bald head. Duly noted. Duly noted. We do like to know these little pieces of information.
She's accused of the negligent manslaughter of her own children. Now, this week there were some developments in this incident, this saga, if you will. Her boyfriend at the time, a gentleman called Matt McAuliffe, was also charged with the exact same charges as Lee. Now, McAuliffe, unlike Lee, is in jail. He has been behind bars for some time on unrelated charges. So he will now appear on the same day as Lee to face...
Sorry, this is all just, you know, me speculating and nobody sue me, but that if you're a single mother, that is the type of person you do not let around your kids, right? Like, if I ever end up in the situation where, like, I don't think I would ever get divorced because I'm just too delightful to divorce, really. But if I ever end up, like, widowed or something, I'm just gonna stay single until my kids are, like, you know, adults, because the amount of, like, creepy fucking kitty diddlers that will, like, target single mothers to get into relationships with so they can get access to their kids is, like, something that keeps me up at night. It honestly does. And that dude is giving me those vibes. They said she was in a relationship with him. They didn't say he was the kid's father. I think they would have said that he was the kid's father, right? I got the vibe that he's like the living boyfriend. I could be wrong, but that was what I That was what I inferred. We could be wrong, but...
Justice, if you will, over these allegations. Now, the Daily Mail hopes to have a conversation with Lee about the allegations. They are allegations at this stage, and she has employed a top Melbourne lawyer. His name is Sam Norton. Now, Mr. Norton has defended some very high-profile criminals.
Oh, he's scary. He's scary. I don't want him. Go away.
Criminals in his day, and he managed to secure Lee bail. Now, he did that pretty much off the back that the negligent manslaughter charges, they're a fairly new charge here in this state, and it's a pretty high hurdle to get convictions on those charges. So he secured Lee bail, and here she will remain throughout the Christmas period until her next court hearing. Now, police claim that Lee and her boyfriend McAuliffe left their home in Sydenham on the night of this incident. Now, Sydenham is in the western suburbs of Melbourne, some probably 250 odd kilometres from where I'm standing right now. Now, the allegation is that those two left their children. There was 3 children at home. You had Isabel, who was 5, Livia, and little Kayla, who survived the fire, the only ones who have survived that fire. They have travelled out allegedly to steal a car door for Lee's vehicle. Now, police allege that there was...
Stand up, fucking citizens, guys. Jesus Christ. No.
CCTV camera set up within that home, and that Lee may have watched that CCTV as they were leaving on that night. They've intercepted some prison calls, allegedly between McAuliffe and Lee.
Maybe he is the baby daddy. For some reason, I just thought he was a creepy stepdad, because he definitely has that vibe. He might be the baby daddy, as they say. As the kids say, he might be the baby daddy.
Where there's some conversation about Lee suggesting that she heard screaming on the CCTV in the minutes after she left. Now, CCTV captured from outside that home shows that that couple allegedly left the house and their kids alone inside about 2 minutes before the fire alarms went off. The smoke detectors went off. They were on their way out. Police allege that Lee, upon hearing these screams, instead of calling 000, she called her mother, who she's now residing with across the river in Moama. Police said this was an aggravating factor.
No, they're definitely the type of people that think that they have mad pull-out game. Juniper berries, they definitely think that they have mad pull-out game. But they don't. It's always these types. Or they're the types where like their birth control is ineffective because of like all the other pharmaceuticals that they consume. Because so many people don't know that like there's so many medications and so many like even supplements that make your birth control ineffective. And yeah. It's hard out there. It's hard out there.
When they opposed bail. Of course, we know now the police didn't get their way and Lee was released back into the community. So I'm outside the Echuca police station. We're about 3 kilometres away from where Shania Lee is currently residing with her mother in Moama. It's just across the Murray River in New...
Hello, Ricochet. It's in New South Wales. It's on the correct side of the Murray River. Thank you.
New South Wales. It's a beautiful walk. Here you walk past the bakery, past the pub, and Lee has to report into this police station 3 times a week up until her next court appearance in January. You might think that that's a bit of an inconvenience, but her co-accused, Matt McAuliffe, he's currently in jail.
Yeah, daylight here now outside the Echuca police station. We've been up bright and early.
Oh my god, he is. He's just full on gonna ambush her. He's just been camping out like a creep. Imagine if this was your job. This is what you could have been doing, Juniper Berries, if you did journalism. Do you want this to be your job? You just want to be camping outside a Chuka police station. Good times.
Check-in times for bail are between 6 a.m. and 9 p.m. The plan is to try to get Lee as she enters or leaves the police station now. These jobs don't always go as planned. She may or may not attend to check in for bail. We'll wait and see. Failing that, we'll attend her home and knock on the door and see how we go.
Geez.
Now, while I'm sitting out here, I just want to tell you all a little bit about the charge, negligent manslaughter. It's a fairly recent charge here in Victoria. You don't see it a lot of times, and you don't see many convictions for it. At the moment, we have 2 police officers who have been charged with negligent manslaughter over the tragic death of a person they were allegedly attempting to arrest in the western suburbs of Hoppers Crossing. Now, that gentleman died, and those 2 police officers are now going through the motions similar to what Shania Lee is facing here. You'll often see it charged in workplaces where managers and that are charged with negligent manslaughter. It's an offence that carries like a 20-year sentence, and it really revolves mostly around a breach of trust. So the allegation here is that Lee's behaviour in the allegation that she left that home contributed to the death of her children. So the police have put together a brief of evidence. You can imagine it's a pretty comprehensive brief. It took them about a year to lay these charges, and now, it's before the courts, and we'll see how it all plays out.
Shania, Wayne Flower from Daily Mail. You able to talk about the allegations that police make about you? About being negligent? You guys able to... Mrs. Hackett, are you able to talk about the allegations? Why didn't you call police? Why didn't you call 000?
Yeah, and look, like the mum is a piece of shit too, because she obviously like brought her daughter up very, very badly. Like, if my daughter rang me and was like, oh, my house is on fire and I can hear my kids screaming, I would be like, all right, bitch, I'm hanging up and I'm calling the fucking fire brigade. Can you go in there and like get your kids out? Like, are you okay? What the fuck is happening? What the fuck? Yeah, it was her kids, and her mum's still enabling her behavior. Like taking her little junkie to go check in for her bail. Make sure she goes to bail on time so she doesn't get thrown in jail overnight. Oh, can't have my little baby going to jail overnight. Dude, she killed 2 of your grandchildren. Are you okay? Is your brain okay? What the fuck is happening?
So that's how the story ends for now. Shania Lee, as you saw, obviously wasn't too keen on having a chat with me.
Yeah, no
pretty
shit.
Uncomfortable questions about some pretty uncomfortable circumstances. Her mother, Lynn Hackett, she works here at the local Echuca Council, also wasn't pleased to see us, and both got in the car and drove away. I'm now on the banks of the Murray River over in Moama on the New South Wales side. Shania Lee will live in this beautiful wilderness environment at least until January 15, when she is scheduled back in court again to face those very serious charges. And of course, we here at the Daily Mail will be all across that case and continue to follow it as it progresses through the Victorian justice system.
Beautiful wilderness and shows a canola field. Yeah, do you know what they call canola in Asia? Well, I think it's like an older version of canola. I think like canola's the modern version of it. But you know how like sometimes you're in Japan or like Korea or something and you see the word like rapeseed written everywhere. It says like rapeseed and you're like, what? Excuse me, is that a typo? Yeah, that's what they call it. Yeah, that's what they call it. Yeah. I'm like, Okay, I'm gonna try and chug some strawberry protein drink, even though I don't want to, because I need the 30 grams of protein. Although I did eat chicken today, but don't say that, because I'll be sick. I really have a zero appetite. It's really hard. It's really hard to even drink water at the moment. Ooh, listen, I'm shaking it. Ooh. Hot. Okay, that's half of it. Let's see how we go. That's 15 grams of protein. Do we want to watch when streamers go to jail in foreign countries? Is that what we want to watch? Is that what you want to watch, my little juniper berries? My little juniper. My little juniper Jessica Jones. Okay. Okay, we'll do it for you. You're in a good mood. You don't want to watch it. You want to watch Amazonian Vampire? I think that's a you fetish, Delta. I think that's a you fetish. Is that like you want a big butted vampire? I don't know what's happening. No, there's literally a short. Oh, the Amazonian Vampire. Okay, you weirdo.
Famous photographs and their stories. The legendary Amazonian vampire. Camille Montfort was a beautiful and talented French opera singer. In the city of Belém, her extraordinary voice, exotic appearance, and unconventional behavior made her a source of fascination and controversy. She was also rumored to have a dark and mysterious secret that linked her to the supernatural world. She had strange habits, such as dancing naked in the rain or walking.
Hey, that feels really nice. If you've never washed your if you've never just gone and washed your hair in the rain when it's raining outside, I don't know, you're missing out. Was I under the influence? Yes. Was it fun? Yes. Okay, that's all I'm saying. You should do that. You should do that one day. When it's raining, you just go and wash your hair in the rain. When it's raining really heavily. It's nice. It's nice. I did that with my friends when we were in high school. It was a very feminist time, let's just say. We had a very we washed our hair in the rain as well. We basically did start a coven, right? Girls watch The Craft once and then they're like, oh my god, guys, let's start a coven. That's what 14-year-old girls do in the middle of the bush when they're bored. Oh my goodness. I actually need to text my friend Stacy and say and bring this up. I mean, it's not like she doesn't remember. How could she not remember being naked with me in the rain? She would 100% remember.
Walking alone at night along the river. Camille died from cholera in 1896. However, her legend did not die with her. Over the years, stories and myths about her circulated and grew, giving rise to different versions of her life and death. Subscribe to our channel for more amazing stories.
I don't want to. That was shit, and I don't even think that's a real photo, and I don't even think that's a real story, Mr. AI man. I think you're full of shit. And that's what I think. It's what I think. You won't suggest again? Well, thank you. Thank you for realizing. No, it just they always do that. They always like Photoshop Or like they'll have a girl with Instagram face and then put it in sepia and be like, this is blah, 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 blah. She lived 5 million years ago and she did a thing. And you're like, oh, look, it's my boyfriend. Hot. Hello, Billy, I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Mwah. I would kiss his bald head, but not in a cute way. Not in a cute way. Well, let's watch this thing about this weird PDF file that killed that girl and put her in his Tesla. What's happening?
The investigation...
Shush! I'm talking. How dare you? What's his music like? I don't listen to any music made after, I don't know, let's say 2003. I don't listen to any music made after 2003. Not interested. Not interested.
Into the strange death of a teenage girl whose body was found in a car registered to singer David. It continues, and this comes as the musician just moved out of a property that was raided by police. The young girl's remains were returned to her family, and with still no suspect, no person of interest, we ask, what exactly is going on right now? Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Okay, it's time to talk about the latest in the death of Celeste Rivas Hernandez, the teenage girl who was reportedly found dead in the trunk of a 2023 Tesla in a Los Angeles Hollywood tow yard, a car that was registered to 20-year-old musician David, D4VD, real name David.
That's a rough 20. Oof, I would have said like 39. Jeez. Jeez. Sorry. Not to get sidetracked with my snark, but I'm just out here being snarky. Look, he's a kitty diddler and a murderer, so we don't have to be nice, we can be mean.
Anthony Burke. By the way, we had a typo in our last episode. We said a Cybertruck. That was our mistake. It was actually a Tesla. By the way, if you don't know, D4VD David is a very big deal, okay? Aside from millions and millions of followers online, this is a performer who signed a record deal when he was, 17 years old? He was reportedly paid a $3 million advance with a potential $6 million payday in all. He's been on the Billboard Hot 100. He's opened for SZA. He sat front row at a Paris runway show. He has billions of streams on Spotify. He really blew up on social media. That's how he really became famous. But you put that to the side, what do we know right now? We know that Celeste's body was found September 8th, that this was a day after she reportedly would have turned 15 years old. While a cause of death has not been officially released by the LA County Medical Examiner's Office at the time of this recording, it has been reported that her remains were released back to her family. And talking about her remains, reports say that her body was apparently mutilated. And we know...
Yeah, he's a sick fuck. He is a very, very sick fuck. How long had her body been in the car when they found her too, right? She'd been missing for like a year or something. Best case scenario, is he groomed an 11-year-old? No, I don't want to hear that. I feel bad for talking to people that are legal and younger than me. I'm like, ooh, I'm going to jail. Even when it's legal, I'm like, yeah.
That she was found severely decomposed, left inside of this plastic bag in the car, which raises questions about how long she was in that state. It's also not entirely clear when she died, but it's awful. It's awful. And according to KTLA, the medical examiner has stated the cause and manner of death have been deferred, which means the deputy medical examiner completed an examination, but a cause of death has not been determined. The deputy medical examiner is requesting additional testing and/or studies in order to make a determination. Due to the ongoing death investigation, the County of Los Angeles Department of Medical Examiner cannot disclose what testing and/or studies were requested. Deferred cases can take a few months before a cause of death is determined. And what is so chilling is the lack of answers. There have been no arrests, as this investigation is reportedly being headed up by the Robbery Homicide Division with the...
Where were these girls' parents? When I have daughters, I'm not going to be a psycho mom, but I'm like also going to be like a very vigilant mom. People better stay away from my kids, especially fucking creeps, because I Yeah. Anyway.
Los Angeles Police Department. We know that her body was found in this Tesla after there were those at the yard who smelled a really bad, foul odor coming from the car after it was impounded. It was actually towed after it was abandoned for about 5 days in the Hollywood Hills. It was near a rental home where David was staying at. I mentioned there's no arrest, and by all accounts, David has not been listed as a suspect. He has not been arrested. He has not been formally accused of any wrongdoing. Reporting indicates he has been cooperative. In fact, no suspect or person of interest has been listed. He was on tour, by the way, across the country. He was about to go to Europe for some tour dates, but that has been canceled after Celeste's body was found. And here's something significant too. It has been reported that David has moved out of that multi-million-dollar 4-bedroom Hollywood Hills home that he was renting. The New York Post says, by the way, for $20,000 a month that he broke his lease. And this comes after police had searched that home on September 17th. NBC reporting that law enforcement sources say police were looking for various things, including digital devices that may contain material potentially linking Celeste to the property. TMZ reporting that LAPD detectives left with a computer and several evidence bags. An LAPD spokesperson telling people several items of evidence were recovered and will be analyzed by detectives in the coming days. Investigators are following up on several leads. E! News reporting that law enforcement sources with knowledge of this case and investigation say that electronics and computers were removed. TMZ also reporting that they were looking for blood. More specifically, TMZ's Charles Latibaudiere told Ashley Banfield on News Nation, quote, they were...
I think he'll be charged. I think he'll be charged in the next 6 weeks. They're just building up a very, very airtight case. There's no way this is just all circumstantial. There's no fucking way. This guy is a creep, I tell you, a creep of gargantuan proportions. Throw him in jail.
Checking drains to see if there's any blood evidence or blood or tissue that was in the drains there. So they did a scouring of this house looking for any evidence.
No.
Now, here on Sidebar, we talk a lot about emergencies, but you know what we don't talk about enough is how to prepare so you can face anything with confidence. And I will tell you, fall GLT, optional fall detection, Sidebar 75 at least. Today to claim your 75% off. But now I want to talk about Celeste. So reporting indicates that Celeste had been missing since last year, having grown up in Lake Elsinore, California. And if we assume that is where she disappeared from, then that is about 70
Thank you for following Jester the Unserious.
to 75 miles away from where her remains were found in that car. She had been reported missing at least 3 times last year, with the New York Post reporting she was last reported missing by her family in April of 2024. She apparently ran away 2 other times per TMZ, and then she disappears. She was in the 7th grade. She was a child. But again, not clear what she was doing before her death or what exactly her connection was to David. See, that part's interesting. In terms of her connection to David, that's strange. See, you have this former teacher at apparently Celeste's former school, Lakeland Village School, who told TMZ that she had met David on social media and believed that she ran away to Hollywood to be with the singer, but that police found her and sent her back. He apparently corroborated that he knows her by showing a picture of himself with her and said that she had been missing since he had been teaching her, that she was frequently not in class but really didn't know much about her private life. Those online.
Yeah, her parents need to cop some fucking some charges. That is neglect. I don't want to read those lyrics. It's creepy. It's creepy. It's so creepy.
Believe that David and Celeste may have had a romantic relationship of some kind, but again, nothing has been officially confirmed by authorities.
Why else would he be hanging out with her? Like, for her riveting conversation? 14-year-olds are so known for, like, their life experience. And you know what I love? I just love sitting around and listening to, like, the life stories and the anecdotes of a 14-year-old. It's definitely, you know, they've just done it all. They've seen it all. They're such interesting, like, fully rounded, developed people. It's definitely what I do.
authorities or either Celeste's family or the singer's camp. However, on yesterday's TMZ Live, Harvey Levin said, "We've spoken to people in the music business who've partied with David, hung out with David, and there seems to be a consensus that people believe that David and Celeste were boyfriend and girlfriend." TMZ's Charlie Neff commented that people in the industry believed Celeste was actually 19 years old, saying when the news came out that she was a 14-year-old child, they could not believe that because she also presented herself very maturely. They didn't really question it because of the places she was seen at. There have been reports that there is a leaked David song that potentially mentions Celeste, that there is a video of the two of them live streaming together months before she disappeared in 2024. And I will say people are looking into his past songs and performances for any clues. Like, for example, he brought a casket on stage during shows. And in his single Romantic Homicide from back in 2022, he said, "I killed you and I didn't even regret it." Now, in a GoFundMe that has been set up on behalf of the Rivas Hernandez family, it says, as many of you know, Celeste Rivas Hernandez has been identified as the body found last week. She was a beloved daughter, sister, cousin, and friend. Her family is heartbroken and dead.
Hang on, guys. BRB in a seki weki. La, la, la.
Devastated by this tragic loss. Any funds you're able to donate are greatly appreciated. Okay, so let me bring on criminal defense attorney William Corman, who is with us here in studio. Good to see you. A lot of people excited for you to come in. Everybody wants to meet you.
People think my ID is fake because they don't think I could be the age that it says on my ID, and I've even had people confiscate my license and call the police and wait for the police to come and verify how old I am. So sometimes when I go out, I take my license and I take my passport just in case. I feel like I need to take my birth certificate. I feel like I need to take class photos that have the year on them so they can they can see how old I am. I have a problem. I have a problem of looking way younger than I am. But it's not really a problem because we are Kate reconciling through the aging process. We're gonna marry a 20-year-old toy boy. It's what we will do.
You're a big fan favorite. Are you surprised there is no arrest? Are you surprised that there has been no identified suspect, no identified person of interest by authorities? And what does it tell you that we're at that point?
I think it's very early still. I think that this is a complicated case. I think that there's a lot of information that needs to be sussed out first by the investigators, by the crime scene analysts and the like, and I think it's simply too early for there to be an arrest. I think an arrest right now would be premature, and that would then be something that defense counsel would jump on. There wasn't enough information to arrest, there wasn't enough probable cause to arrest at the time that they did, but
I'm a gatekeeper. I'm a gatekeeper, Hyperbovian. I'm not sharing my, if I share my skincare routine with you, you're very special. I don't share, I'm a gatekeeper. I don't share my skincare routine with people. You're just gonna have to age because fuck you, that's why. That's what I say. My secrets are mine and I will take them to the grave.
I think that everyone needs to be patient. I'm sure an arrest will be forthcoming.
Can you explain what the disadvantage would be for law enforcement and for prosecutors for essentially making that announcement before they're ready to take some sort of action? What would be the problem?
Sure. So in order for an arrest to take place, there needs to be probable cause for the arrest to happen. And I just don't think that they're there yet. If they arrest somebody too soon, then their lawyer can go into court and argue that there wasn't probable cause for arrest and try to get the case thrown out.
And to be clear, once again, I said it before, I'll say it again, David has not been identified as a suspect. He has not been implicated officially in any wrongdoing. If he has not been arrested, if he has not been identified as a suspect, is it possible right now that authorities and prosecutors are thinking he may not be connected to this? He may not be responsible for Celeste's death, or they might be looking at alternatives there, or they may be trying to see if he has a connection here. I mean, what should we be taking away from that?
I don't think we should take anything away yet.
Okay.
I think what we should take away is that this is a messy, messy crime scene with a lot of unknowns. And I don't think that if I were David, I wouldn't be resting easy by any stretch of the imagination. But if I were the public, I wouldn't be clamoring for them to hurry up and do something. I think these things take time.
What would you advise him if you were representing him right now?
Not to say anything and not to do anything.
What does that mean? Because right now he canceled the rest of his tours. He broke the lease, apparently, moved out of that rental property that was searched. Those are significant actions. That says something.
If I were his attorney, what I would advise him to do is lay low, do nothing, don't obstruct the investigation, but we're under no obligation to cooperate with it either, and just let your lawyers do what they need to do in order to get from point A to point B.
What do they need to do? Remember, I think it's interesting when we talk about a high-profile celebrity case and what might be happening with lawyers. We covered the Diddy case extensively. You covered it with us as well. His lawyers, before he was officially...
I love courtroom illustrations so much. I hope that if I'm ever, like, being prosecuted for a crime, I hope that they make me look really hot. That's all I'm concerned about. Please make the courtroom drawings depict that I am a baddie. Thank you. That's the main focus for me.
Arrested and indicted, they were in constant communication with prosecutors. At least they tried to, when it came to what he was doing, his movements, surrendering his passport. Is there a communication happening between his attorneys and authorities? And what does that communication look like?
I would imagine there's some communication, and what it really is you're informing the prosecutors of where your client is, your client's availability. What you don't want is for them to come into your client's house in the middle of the night and arrest them. In a situation like this, I reach out to prosecutors where I have a client who's a suspect. I say, look, you know me.
Yeah, we're gonna move to the food games after this, Delta. I just started watching it. I just can't leave it in the middle, Just can't leave it in the middle. We'll finish watching it, okay? And then we will play the food games, alright? Okay, good boy. Good boy! I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you for being a big boy.
Let us know where you need us to be. We will turn ourselves in at any moment, rather than you coming to my client's house or my client's place of business, 10 officers deep and taking down the door. Let's cooperate with you. You know what we're gonna do. We're gonna turn ourselves in if and when it gets to that stage of the game.
If there is some sort of action in this case, what will it look like and what can we expect?
I imagine that the first thing that would happen...
I'm in court quite a bit. Yeah, I'm in court maybe at least once a month, but sometimes 4 a month. It's 4 times a month. It varies. It depends. It depends. But yeah, I go to court. I go to court a lot. A lot. It's so fun. I love going through the metal detectors. Ooh, am I gonna get searched? Am I gonna get patted down? Wow. It's do I ever see journos? Yeah, you do see them around. There are like closed courts as well for particular types of crimes and stuff like that, where like very vulnerable people are involved. So they're like closed courts, and only people that need to be in the courtroom are in the courtroom, so they won't allow journalists and stuff like that into those. And even if like you are a witness in the case, obviously you're not going in until you're called. So they do, like, especially with the type of stuff that I work with, it typically will be heard in a closed court. But yeah, a lot of courtrooms are just open to the public. So yeah, journalists can just go in there. So I'm not gonna pop up in any illustrations. Ooh, maybe. Probably not, though.
Happen is there would be an arrest of David. I'm imagining,
or someone else,
or someone else, right? Someone will be arrested in this case, I imagine. And if it is somebody like David, whose attorneys have already been in touch with the prosecution, they'll most likely arrange a time for him to turn himself in. If it's someone else, someone random off the street, someone whose name we don't even know, that person could obviously just be arrested at the spur of the moment.
Isn't there surveillance cameras of someone depositing a body into the car? Or they look to see how the car got there, who was driving it. Maybe they don't have all those answers. You would think in the Hollywood Hills there would be some sort of video evidence to document something about that car, no?
I'm sure that there probably is, but again, I caution some patience here, because what the last thing that the folks in LA want to do, LA County is a strange place. California sees high-profile trials all the time. They tend to go a little.
That's a good question, Juniper Berries. I don't actually know the answer to that. I've just never seen a court illustrator whenever I've been in court, so I assume it's probably. I assume you're probably onto something with that. I've never seen one. So, never seen one in the flesh.
Sideways, they're certainly full of surprises and unexpected details. I think they really want to have all their ducks in a row before they pull the trigger.
Why no cause of death? Why has no cause of death been released? I mentioned before that there needs to be additional testing, but the reports indicate the LA County Medical Examiner's Office won't even say what that testing is. I guess something about these remains are not clear cut. They need to do additional testing, but like, why not even say what that testing is?
I don't think they want to show their cards yet. For example, and this is just a hypothetical, what if she was pregnant? What if the testing has to do with DNA testing, and they're hoping that, or they try to find out who the father is of the unborn child? That testing takes some time, and that's certainly not something they want to show their hand on right away. Drug testing, things along those lines. Forensic testing does take time.
When do you think we can get an update there?
I don't know. I think that's a tough question to answer. It's something everybody wants, but again, I don't think they're in any rush. If it's David, everyone knows who he is and where he is. I don't think there's a concern that he's going to abscond. I think they're going to take their time because they want to get it right.
Is it unusual to you that we don't have a cause of death right now that's been released, or is that standard practice?
I think in a case like this, where it isn't something that's blatantly obvious, it's relatively standard practice. Again, they're not going to show all their cards in the beginning.
Do you think there's going to be trouble determining time of death, which can be very important for prosecutors as well?
I think that time of death is going to be tricky in this particular situation.
The body's been decomposing for like a fucking year, hasn't it? They're not going to be able to get a very accurate timeline. Jeez. Ugh.
Especially because, as far as we know, the body seems to have been there for a significant period of time. I think cause of death is something that's going to be easier to figure out than time of death.
If he was on tour when this body was found, does that hurt the prosecution's case?
When it was found, or when it was killed?
Right, when the person was killed, right? That's a good point. I mean, when the body was found and he was on tour, leaving a body in a car in a public area that's going to be towed. I've talked about this before. It's a couple of things. One, right, it could be framing. It could be just sloppy, or there was a plan to do something else, but the car got towed before you could do something. Am I crazy to think about these alternatives?
Or panicking. Or you know, a third party was involved to get rid of the car, and they panicked, or they got rid of it at their first opportunity. You know, I think that there will be more information forthcoming, without a doubt. A cause of death will be forthcoming. I think we just need to wait and see what that testing is.
Do you think it was wise for him to move out of the property? Do you think he consulted with his lawyers before doing that?
I think that it probably made sense for him to move out of the property for a few reasons. If they were going to execute search warrants on the property, I wouldn't want my client there at the time if my client has the ability to vacate the property. The last thing he needs is for the media to be following cameras through, like in Diddy, and have people there while search warrants being executed.
What do you think is going on with the materials that were reportedly obtained from the home? There's been reporting about computers and electronics, maybe trying to establish whether or not Celeste had a connection to that property. What are they looking for?
So the digital forensic analysts are going through all those materials with a fine-tooth comb. They're seeing what the chains of what the lines of communication were, if any, between Celeste and David, where their emails were.
Yeah, I've got a feeling there's going to be a lot of evidence, a lot of digital evidence, a lot of physical evidence, and he's going to be fucked. There's no way all of this is just like circumstantial, and he had absolutely nothing to do with this girl's demise. 100%, he's fucking up to it. He's fucking up to it to his fucking neck, guys. He's fucking going down.
Their text messages were their Instagram photos, whatever there was that they can use to connect those folks together and create a timeline for the prosecution.
You heard before that TMZ reported they might be looking for blood as well. Would that be making sense to you?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
And then what does that testing look like?
So it depends on where they're looking. I mean, if they're going through a home, they're doing forensic testing. They're doing almost like we see in the movies. You know, they're getting down on their hands and knees. They're taking swabs from carpets. They're taking swabs from furniture. They're doing exhaustive testing of the materials themselves to see what they can find. They're pulling up drains for hair. They're examining bathtub drains for chemicals that could be used to dissolve bodies. It's all gruesome, but that's what they're doing.
Do you think prosecutors are working hand in hand with law enforcement in terms of obtaining this evidence and conducting this investigation?
Yes, that's literally why they exist. What the fuck? What the actual fuck? What a dumbass fucking question. What a dumb question.
There's always an interesting relationship between prosecutors and the investigators themselves. Right. Different jurisdictions handle it differently. Oftentimes,
I'm always the prosecution solicitors and barristers' favorite. They love me. They think I'm so funny. They're like, oh, here comes our favorite little witness. I'm like, yes, it's me. Don't worry, boys. I have returned. I have returned to bring light to your dull days. That's me. I am the sunshine of the courtroom. Thank you. Thank you.
Times prosecutors assist law enforcement in writing search warrants to make sure that the search warrants are relatively watertight, because the last thing you want is a defense attorney to come in and challenge the grounds of the search or challenge the search warrant and perhaps get important evidence thrown out. So it's not unusual for prosecutors to assist investigators in drafting and reviewing those search warrants.
Do they assist also with interviewing witnesses, potential suspects, anything like that?
They can. I think more often than not, the interviews are conducted by actual investigators themselves rather than the prosecutors who subsequently would be handling the case.
That's interesting. And we don't have a definitive connection here between David and Celeste. There's rumors online I talked about. There's what TMZ has reported about it. Is it unusual that law enforcement haven't officially come out and announced whatever connection there is between the two? And by the way, I wonder how much they might be trying to get information from family, from friends, from people online, from tips, which can get complicated when you're dealing with a celebrity like this.
Sure. I mean, the last thing they want to do is a rush to judgment, because that's what the defense attorney is going to stand up and say during his or her opening statement and then again at their closing argument. They're going to say this was a rush to judgment. Before they had all the facts lined up, they already pointed his finger at this particular suspect, be it David or somebody else. So it's not surprising that it's going slow. I think it has to go slow. And it's certainly not surprising they're not talking about any connection between these two, because again, if David didn't do it, you don't want to tar and feather the individual with saying that, you know, he's a highly regarded suspect in a particular case.
And you also have to think about who would have had access to the car if it wasn't David. Real quick, are they doing a deep dive into Celeste's life, and how can they track her movements and her actions from when she went missing in 2024? How difficult is that? What do you think's going on there?
So I'm sure they're interviewing family. I'm sure they're interviewing friends, and I'm sure they're doing.
She was wearing Hello Kitty sandals. Oh, that's such a sad detail. She was a little baby wearing her little Hello Kitty sandals. That is so fucked up.
A very deep dive on her sort of digital footprint, as it were. her phones, her social media pages, all those other things to try to establish a timeline of who she was talking to, when she was talking to, and when those communications stopped.
And her remains being released back to her family now, is that significant?
It means that they're done with whatever testing is going to be done on those remains. So whatever testing is going to take place has taken place, or, and not to be graphic, they've taken whatever samples they need in order to test in the future.
William Corman, thank you so much.
Always a pleasure.
Really appreciate it.
Thanks.
That's all we have for you right now here on Sidebar, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. And as always, please subscribe on YouTube.
Thank you so much, Mr. Peoples. We appreciate it. All right, food guesser time. Where Juniper Berries just yells at us and tells us what the answers are. My favorite. My favorite time of the year. Yay. Oh, look, it's me. I'm small. I'm so small. Ooh, what do we got? Potatoes, onions, carrots, bay leaf, thyme, parsley, bacon, sausage, white wine, chicken broth, salt, and pepper. This dish is a traditional rustic potato preparation that features sliced or diced potatoes cooked slowly with onions, garlic, and herbs. It's often prepared in a simple manner without any meat, reflecting its origins as a hearty yet economic meal. The dish is typically cooked until the potatoes are tender and infused with the flavors of the aromatic ingredients, creating a comforting and satisfying meal. I think it's the Ukraine. I think it's Ukrainian. Is the Welsh guy still here? Mr. Welshman, are you still here? He has to go tend to his flock. He has to go tend to his flock of girlfriends. Well, just kidding. Just kidding. Why are you yelling, Nori? Why are you yelling? She's such a needy baby. Why are you crying though? I don't know. No reason in particular. Just feel like it. I just feel like it. I don't know. What do you reckon, Juniper Berries? My little Juniper. What do you think? Do you have an answer? No. Ukraine is warm. Yeah. Oh, Nori's so sad. I don't know if you can hear Nori whimpering. She's making the saddest little cat noises. Can anyone hear her? Can anyone hear the little baby? Yeah. She got picked up and dragged down the hallway by my housemate who's like trying to console her because she's literally just running up the hallway, like making this like, it sounded like a human baby crying, but like in a cat form. She's being taken to the kitchen to be given treat. Oh, maybe she's crying because she doesn't have any temptations left. I gotta buy her more. I gotta buy her more treats. She's probably like, why have I not been given any treats? What is happening? What is this establishment? Why do I have to suffer? Same, I ask myself that question all the time. Where is my house with my koi pond and my cute kids? Where are they? Give them to me. I don't want to do stuff anymore. I want to retire. Help me. I'm too cute for life. I can't deal with this anymore. Ugh. Just become a Russian makeup artist, Delta. Stop it. Stop it. I am not taking smutty photos, okay? I'm keeping my clothes on. You also think this could be German? It could be. Beer and sausage? Ooh. Let's try Germany. It borders Germany. I don't know. Somebody help me, I'm dumb. What does the compass say? It wants us to go west of Germany? Maybe it's French. No, that doesn't look like a French thing. Does that look like a French thing? Maybe it is French. Let's try France. I mean, it's got potatoes, onions, garlic, bay leaf, thyme, and parsley. It could be French. Correct! It's French! I am familiar with the Swiss. I am intimately familiar with the Swiss, Delta. Thank you. Thank you for bringing up my past trauma. Thank you for bringing up my past trauma. I hope you're happy with yourself. Yeah, you should be sorry. Milk, salt, rennet, hot chili peppers, and I can never say this. Anato. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna have to do a BRB. It is I have returned. Did you miss me? Did you cry? Did you cry when I was gone? I'm sorry. I'm sorry I broke your heart. I can't help it. I can't help it. That's what I do. I just go around and breaking everybody's hearts because I'm just so stupid. I don't know. I'm just such a fuckwit. It's just such a sexy trait in a person. No one can live without it. You were betrayed and besotted. That's what I like to hear. That's what I like to hear. It's good for my ego. All right, do we think this is a paneer? Because I don't think this lady looks particularly Indian. But is paneer Indian? I think it is, right? It's cheese. I know it's fucking cheese, mate. Don't make me fucking come over there. Why were you making cheese curds, my little juniper berries? What were you doing? Paneer is made with yogurt, not rennet. Ooh. I don't know. This looks like this is giving me South American vibes. Wherever it is, it's giving me South American vibes. This dish is a semi-hard fresh cheese known for its creamy texture and slightly salty flavor. It is typically made from cow's milk and is often enjoyed in various culinary applications, such as in savory dishes or a standalone snack. The cheese offers a rich, buttery taste, making it popular in both cooking and casual dining. Its distinctive characteristics bring out the best in traditional recipes. That's what I'm saying, my little. That's what I'm saying, my little juniper. That's what I'm saying. She looks like she's in South America. Any other photos? No, just this one. Just this one. Zoom in on that sign. We can't read it. What do we do? Just guess Mexico? I don't know my little worldly juniper berries. What should I do? What should I do? Help me. It doesn't scream Mexico. I'm gonna put in... Your guess is it's a Mexican coyote cheese? Coyote cheese? Coyote cheese? Alright, let's try Mexico. No. Very, very wrong. We want to go south. Let's try Brazil. I don't know. Let's try... Oh my god, the boys are arguing about cheeses. The boys are arguing? Can I speak English? No, I can't. That's okay. It's alright. My brain is very special, and that's what makes me special. Imagine if we all lived little Juniper Berry's lifestyles, just going around the world, eating all the food. Must be fucking nice. I'm jealous. Can we do a body swap? Can we do a body swap Jupiter berries? Jupiter berries? Juniper berries. I don't know. Also, Yeah, I wanted to try South America, but I didn't know where. I'm gonna try Peru. She's giving me Peruvian. She's giving me Inca vibes, you know? She's giving me Machu Picchu. It borders. You don't think so? You don't think so we could swap bodies? Why not? Wouldn't you like to be inside my body for a day? Sorry. I realized how that came out after I said it. I didn't mean it like that. That was a joke. Oh, Colombia and Venezuela. Don't worry, no one was thinking that. Oh, as soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, oh, that's dirty. That's very, very dirty. See, the other people in chat thought it was dirty as well, so... It wasn't dirty in my head until I heard it out loud, and then I was like, ooh. That is dirty. Gin, cherry brandy, lime juice, pineapple juice, Contro, Benedictine? Isn't that a sect of monks? Grenadine, Angostura? I don't know. Bitters and soda water. Come on, hyperbobes, come through with the alcoholism. We love you, we need you, we want you. Oh baby, oh baby. They're a sect of monks, they make the liqueur. Ooh. It's a Singaporean sling. Are they from Singapore? Please tell me they're from Singapore. We're a gastronomical genius. This is the average, and this is us. Because we are so fucking smart. Alright, let's play one more game of this, and then I have to go on my electric blanket and think about my life choices. Think about where I'm heading in life. Think about what, think about what I'm doing. Because God knows. Yeah. Anyway. Ho, 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 ho. Flour, water, garlic, zucchini, potato, onion, carrots, soy sauce, fish sauce, anchovies, kelp, green onions, clams, mushrooms, red pepper flakes, sesame oil, and egg. Uh-oh. Sorry, Nori. I didn't know you were walking there. Why did you walk into my foot? I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Oh, you're so pretty. You're so pretty. Let's have a look at other... Yeah, I think this is Japanese. It's got like some nori on it. Look, they cut up my cat and they put her on top of it. It's got sliced up nori. Why did they hurt my baby? She's just a little girl. She's just a little girl. Why would you hurt her? Yeah, why would they hurt you? She's talking when I said, why would they hurt her? She meowed. It could be Korean. It could be Korean. This is called gim. In Korean, this is called gim. Hence, kimbap. Which means seaweed rice. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Because Unlike some people who accuse me of not learning Korean, I can speak Korean, and I will always be angry. Japan is hot. It's also giving like very Korean as well. They love their anchovies. Let's try Korea. It doesn't say borders, and it should, but this game hasn't been accurate with the borders lately. I mean, they definitely share a maritime border. Japan's an island? Yeah, I know, but it should show for maritime borders. Like, Fukuoka is a 3-hour very fast ferry ride from Busan. Like, they're very fucking close to each other. You don't think it counts? Okay, let's try Korea then. There you go. Water, sugar, rose water, lemon juice, ice cubes. Faluda? What's faluda? Basil seeds, fruits, syrups, and herbs. This dish is prepared by mixing fruit juices or flower extracts with water and sweetening with sugar or honey, often flavored with spices like saffron or cardamom. It is then chilled. Some versions include citrus or rose extracts. Serve over ice and optionally garnish with mint leaves or sliced fruits for a refreshing touch. Let's get some clues. Oh, they got some plumes and some stuff. They got some stuff going on. They got some lemon waters. Because maybe they mix different fruit juices in the different ones. They just wanna have different flavors. They just wanna spice up their fucking lives. Is that allowed? Is that allowed? I'm gonna try Lebanon. And then I'm gonna try your mom's house, because I was there last night. It was all of them. Baltic herring, water, and salt. I think this is from Sweden. Correct. It's Sweden. See, I know stuff, juniper berries. I know stuff. I'm a very worldly young lady. Beef, onions, garlic, ginger, lemon juice, soy sauce, chili powder, salt, black pepper, vegetable oil, tomatoes, bell peppers, vinegar, yogurt. This dish consists of skewered and marinated meat, typically beef or chicken, grilled over an open flame. The marinade usually comprises spices, yogurts, and citrus juice, which tenderize the meat and infuse it with flavor. Served as street food or at gatherings, the skewers are often accompanied by side dishes like flatbreads or salads. The result is a savory, smoky, and juicy delight that's popular for its rich taste. Yogurt and soy are vinegar and yogurt. Oh, it does say soy sauce. Beef, onions, garlic, ginger, lemon juice, soy sauce, chili powder, salt, black pepper, vegetable oil, tomatoes, bell peppers, vinegar, and yogurt. Yeah, it does say soy. Well, it's got flatbreads. So... Uyghur. So China? China. All right, let's go with China. China, number 1. No, you made us lose Hyperbovian. Let's just try Greece and see what it says. All right. Well, we've got the name now. Oh, this might be Afghan. This might be Afghan. I've had like grilled Afghani stuff with like flatbreads and salads and stuff. But I'm not sure what it's marinated in. They have good Afghani food in Granville, just so you know. Just so you know. So you don't think Afghanistan? Afghanistan, yay. Afghanistan, nay. Juniper berries, what should I do? Should I do Afghanistan? Help me. Fuck it. Fuck it. Nope. No, it's not. Yeah, it went south. It went south. What if it's like Sri Lanka or something? What if it's like your mum's house? All right, let's go with Nigeria just because I trust my little Juniper Berries. He's such a smart boy. Oh, it's warm. At least we're warm. If it's a certain African country, we're fucked. Yeah, the chances of us pulling it out of our asses are pretty slim. But it has happened before. We have pulled many things from our anuses. So, you know, it could happen. It could, in fact, happen. Tanzania. Let's go for Tanzania, just because I like it. Just because I like it. Stop crying, Nori. What is wrong, Baba? You're not going outside because there's cars out there and you're dumb. And you'll get run over. Yay! It was 50 countries. We could have even said Mauritius. Ooh. 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 Cabbage, carrot, bell pepper, spring onions, ginger, garlic, soy sauce, corn flour, all-purpose flour, green chilies, vinegar, sugar, salt, pepper, chicken paneer, tomato ketchup, and green beans. To make this dish, mix chopped vegetables or chicken with flour and seasoning, then form into balls and deep fry until golden. In a pan, saute garlic, ginger, and green chilies, add soy sauce, ketchup, vinegar, and cornstarch. Slurry, stir well. Don't call me a slurry. That's really rude, okay? Stir well, toss the fried balls in the sauce until coated, and garnish with chopped green onions and serve hot. What are you hot into? Is this chat bullying me again? Because I'm gonna rage quit if you're mean to me. I'm gonna rage quit because I'm a temperamental girl. I'm just gonna pick up my PC and throw it across the room. In a hulk. I do not like being bullied. Not by you, anyway. Stretchy, stretchy. Blech. It's like a dry Chinese-style masala. Ooh. You say hot because it's wild? Oh, I see. This must be American Chinese. I mean, it could be. It could very well be. How did we do what? Modify emote channel points? Oh. Let's try the United States of bums. Ice cold, baby. Let's try China. Meow. It borders. Oh, it's Manchurian. It's Manchurian. Manchuria is China? I know. Oh, now everyone's modifying now everybody's modifying emotes and they're poking me and putting sunglasses on me. And then they're gonna do things to my face. I don't like them. They don't suit me. I need a nice feminine pair of sunglasses. I need sunnies that flutter my beautiful visage. Thank you. Are you picking my nose? Are you picking my nose, Mercurial? Does anywhere else use paneer? How would I know? Should I do a survey? India tracks. Okay, let's do India. We're a gastronomical genius. Clap, clap for all the handicaps in the chat. We do appreciate you. We do appreciate you. So it really was Chinese Indian fusion. You did not know they had a food baby. They did. They did have a food baby. They loved each other very much. And China did not have good pull-out game. And this is what happened. This is what happened. All right, guys, I am going to go lie down on my electric blanket and warm up my little bum because it is cold. And it is sore. Why is my ass sore? I don't know. Do I want to know? No. And, that's all there really is to it. Okay. See you next time. Bye.